In the fateful 72 hours from September 23rd to 25th, 2025, the universe seemed to erupt in fury with a series of events that left the scientific community stunned. Two Novae blazed brilliantly in the sky, two powerful earthquakes shook Venezuela, and a massive coronal mass ejection CME from the Sun barreled directly into the interstellar comet 3I Atlas, a mysterious visitor from beyond our solar system. This convergence was not just a rare coincidence, with a probability of less than 0.1%, but marked a new chapter in the quest to unravel cosmic secrets, with 3I Atlas emerging as the central figure, carrying hints of its distant origins and possibly unprecedented surprises. Novae v 1935 Centauri flared first, followed by V7994 Sagittarii, turning the night sky into a stage for thermonuclear explosions thousands of light years away. While on Earth, violent tremors in Mene Grande forced the local hospital into emergency response. Amid the chaos, 3I Atlas quietly approached, awaiting a collision that could change everything, like a challenge from the infinite void. This series of events, dubbed the 72-hour stack by astronomers, stemmed from dramatic stellar explosions. Novae v 1935 Centauri. A white dwarf siphoning hydrogen from its companion star suddenly erupted with a surge in brightness visible to the naked eye from dark fields in the southern hemisphere. Discovered by amateur astronomer John Seach in Australia, this explosion unleashed gamma rays and X-rays, creating shock waves that propelled particles near the speed of light, even forming new cosmic dust. Less than 2 days later, B7994 Sagittarii followed suit, reaching brightness just at the threshold of visibility, sparking debates among survey teams as the Fermi and Swift satellites recorded a spike in high-energy emissions. These novae were not gentle phenomena, but violent thermonuclear reactions in binary systems, painting a story of the life and death of stars. Simultaneously, on Earth, two earthquakes measuring 6.2 and 6.3 on the Richter scale struck hours apart, centered around the Oka Ancon region, following the stress transfer between the Caribbean and South American tectonic plates. Nurse Maricela Rivas at the local hospital witnessed the chaos, with patients evacuated to the parking lot under flashlight beams as a 5.8 magnitude aftershock continued to threaten. These quakes, though consistent with familiar geological patterns, eerily coincided with the Sun's peak activity in its 25th cycle, with sunspot counts reaching 165 and radiation flux exceeding 180, leading to the fateful CME targeting 3I Atlas. Then, Comet 3I Atlas took center stage, not as an ordinary visitor, but as a messenger bearing secrets from another star system. Discovered on July 1st, 2025 by NASA's Atlas system in Chile, Atlas is the third confirmed interstellar object following Oumuamua and 2I Borisov, with a strongly retrograde orbit slicing through the ecliptic plane at over 60 km/s. Its nucleus is exceptionally large, estimated at over 5 kilometers in diameter, with a mass exceeding 33 billion tons, far surpassing its predecessors, forcing scientists to recalibrate their calculations. Images from Hubble on July 21st revealed an irregular gas tail with an unusually high carbon dioxide to water ratio, suggesting pre-solar material from a distant star system. Its orbit brought it remarkably close to several planets passing Mars at just 0.19 astronomical units AU on October 3rd, then skimming Venus and Jupiter, as if programmed to probe the solar system. Observations from Gemini, North in Hawaii, recorded a vast dust coma spanning 184 kilometers in dust output, making 3I Atlas a natural plasma probe, poised to reveal how interstellar material interacts with the harsh solar wind. Yet, behind its typical cometary appearance, there were peculiar signs. a sudden brightness spike in the green spectrum caused by diatomic carbon C2 glowing under UV light, and some gamma-ray spectra data hinting at an unusual structure, as if it were breathing to its own rhythm. The collision with the CME on September 25th was the climax, turning 3I Atlas into the focal point of an unprecedented cosmic experiment. The solar eruption predicted by NASA models struck with immense plasma velocity, potentially bending or even severing the comet's tail, similar to Comet Encke in 2007 when Stereo observed its ion tail temporarily torn apart before reforming. For 3I Atlas, the stakes were higher due to its extrasolar origin. Its material rich in carbon dioxide and water ice might react differently, producing new dust particles, or even releasing prebiotic organic compounds. Dr. Stefan Burns, an expert in solar-terrestrial interactions, called it a once-in-a-lifetime experiment, where data from Mars orbiters like TGO and MAVEN could capture particle acceleration and coma changes. This collision not only tested the comet's resilience but also offered clues about its formation history, perhaps from a star system thousands of light-years away, carrying traces of alien worlds. Scientists were on edge as just a week later, 3I Atlas would plunge into the sun's glare, vanishing from Earth's view before re-emerging. Yet, amid the data, there were dramatic hints. Elon Musk, in a shocking tweet on September 26th, commented that 3I Atlas is not a typical comet. It has a spacecraft-like structure, and this CME might be an alien test, alluding to unverified NASA radar signals, detecting a strange signal in the gamma spectrum, raising speculative questions about an intelligent origin, though still unconfirmed and cryptic. The interaction of 3I Atlas with the solar maximum opens a promising scientific chapter, making this interstellar visitor a key to understanding cosmic plasma and the origins of life. At the peak of cycle 25, the sun continuously spews plasma clouds, and 3I Atlas, with its blistering speed and retrograde orbit, becomes an ideal target to observe how solar wind melts ice, releases gas, and possibly triggers unexpected chemical changes. On October 3rd, during its close Mars flyby, orbiters like Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter will capture detailed images and spectra to analyze its composition, potentially revealing pre-solar volatiles, volatile compounds from the primordial era of another star system. On October 29th at perihelion, at 1:36 AU activity, will peak with brightness surging, but also risking disintegration if the nucleus cannot withstand the heat. By December, at its closest approach to Earth at 1.8 AU, it offers a golden opportunity for amateur observations, with a tail potentially stretching millions of kilometers. Scientific communities like AAVSO and the International Comet Quarterly are calling for brightness estimates, tail sketches, and time-lapse images, as any anomalies like tail kinks or sudden brightening could hint at plasma interactions. Neil deGrasse Tyson, in a podcast on August 28th, remarked that 3I Atlas could be alien technology, but I lean toward void theology. Yet new Fermi data shows an unusual X-ray spike, as if it's communicating with the sun, a cryptic statement underscoring the interplay of science and speculation. October is shaping up to be a record-breaking month, with observation windows opening for all to participate. On October 20th, 21, Comet Swan C 2025 R2 approaches Earth at 0.26 AU, about 39 million kilometers, coinciding with the Orionid meteor shower, and a new moon, creating ideal conditions to view its faint tail after midnight away from city lights. Binoculars like 7550 or 10-550 will help, along with star position apps, as it glides through the pre-dawn sky. On October 29th, 3I Atlas reaches perihelion, invisible by day, but potentially observable at twilight with safe ISO 12312 Solar filters avoiding direct sun exposure to protect eyes. Patience is key with red flashlights preserving night vision. On December 19th, at its closest to Earth, 3 Centauri Atlas, will be easy to photograph and observe, especially if activity spikes post-perihelion. Responsible reporting via platforms will help filter genuine data, aiding research. For group observations, safety is paramount. Never look directly at the sun, keep optical equipment secure, and use lasers cautiously. The sky beckons with wonder, demanding respect to avoid risks. From the 72-hour stack to 3i Atlas's journey, the universe is revealing rare patterns where coincidence meets connection, and this interstellar visitor may hold the key to greater mysteries. As data from the Mars flyby swans approach and perihelion pour in community analysis, will distinguish chance from deeper meaning. A record has been set, and nature sometimes displays its enigmas right before our eyes, waiting to be explored.